Hello everyone, it's lovely to see you today. So we're coming up to the end of the school term, and I know for lots of us this has been a strange and sometimes difficult year for all kinds of reasons. Sometimes we've had to get used to changes very quickly. I wonder how you're feeling as we think about the end of term. Some of us might be looking forward to not having to get up early every morning. Some of us might be looking forward to having more time to spend on a hobby we enjoy. And some of us might be feeling a little bit unsure about what we might be doing. Some of us might also be feeling a little bit unsure about moving on at the end of term. I know that some people will be changing class or teacher, and some people will even be changing schools. There might be all kinds of feelings. Perhaps feelings of excitement or nervousness. Maybe even a little bit of feeling afraid of what's next. Perhaps feeling stressed when we think about what comes next. Well, today, Reverend George is going to take us on a walk and help us to think about some of those things. Help us to think about how we might find peace when we are feeling stressed.
Down to my local park, so it's going to be a little bit different, but we'll see how it goes. Good to have the ability just to have the, I've got behind me here, I've got the playgrounds, there's a boxing club there, and there's lots of people who just come for walks. Do you like walking? I do like walking. We've done a lot of walking this year. We've done a lot of walking in lockdown. It's just good for the mind, it's just good for the body, isn't it? I wonder why we have parks. I wonder why we have these open spaces. I wonder why we have the ability just to come to different places like this. I'm walking up here now and there's something quite interesting up here in the park. There's something quite interesting that you wouldn't expect to find here in Levenshulme. See here, we've got circle of stones. Just interesting to find it, isn't it? I wonder what it means. I haven't got a clue what it means, but it's just here and people like to be here. Children like to come and play on it. And do you know what? I'm standing here. I can still hear the birds singing all around. It's nice just to listen, isn't it? I quite like to come and sit in places like this. I quite like it to be a place of peace. I like my gardens and my flowers, and I'm here in the park, even in the wild bits here in the park, and the trees with the flowers on them, and just the open spaces that are here. This isn't a very sunny day, but it's quite a nice day to be outside. Quite a nice day to be just free and easy. Hearing the birds, as I've said, but just seeing the open spaces. And just seeing some people. There's a man out there walking his dog. Somebody else just sat on a bench in the far distance. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're just there, just doing their own thing. There's a bird just hopping about. Maybe you can see it. Another swooping in. House sparrows. I saw a blue tit there a minute ago. Just peaceful things happening. I'm sure Not very far away, there's lots of busy things happening. But just for this moment here, you wouldn't know it. In this moment here, in this space, you wouldn't think there's a care in the world, really. So I wonder where you are now. Maybe you're in your classroom. Maybe you're at home. I want you just to think about your place and finding a place of peace. So maybe wherever you are, we can just sit down for a second. Maybe you just want to close your eyes for a second. Just listen to what's happening around us. Try to be quiet for other people if you've got other people in the room. Just close your eyes. Feel yourself breathing. Take a deep breath, maybe. Keep your eyes closed. Here I'm outside, so I can still hear the birds around me. I can feel the wind on me. I can just feel the breeze in the grasses around about me here. Jesus said to his friends, you don't need to be stressed. You can let peace be resting upon you. You don't have to be afraid. You can trust in him. We can trust in God to help us in times of stress. If we're worried about other people, we can just give that to God. We can talk to other people as well. That helps us with stress, doesn't it? Sharing it with other people is really helpful.
Thanks, Reverend George. I love the story in the Bible about the disciples, Jesus' friends, knowing they were going to have to get ready for a time of change, just like some of us are knowing that now. Jesus had told them that he would soon have to leave them to continue God's work on earth because he was going back to be with his Father. I imagine they felt nervous and worried, maybe even a little bit afraid. But Jesus said to them, "Peace is what I leave with you. It is my own peace that I give you. Do not be worried and upset. Do not be afraid." It's not always easy, is it, not to feel those things? But knowing that Jesus promises us peace, the peace of God, which will be with us wherever we are or go, home, school, or even a new place, helps me to face new challenges. I wonder if that might help you too. So when we are feeling nervous, excited, or even a little bit afraid, we can try and remember that God is with us and is always ready to listen to us. I'm going to lead a short prayer in a moment, but let's just sit quietly for a moment of peace. Maybe you might like to talk to God about the things we've talked about today. Maybe you just want to close your eyes to help you concentrate. Dear God, thank you that wherever we go and whatever we do, you are always with us. Thank you that you care for us, and thank you that there are people who care about us, who we can talk to about how we are feeling. As we get ready to move on to new things, thank you that your peace goes with us. Help each of us to be people of peace who help others in any way we can. Amen. Well, as always, it's been lovely to be with you again today. So until next time, goodbye.